we're gonna be installing the CX Racing exhaust header. Here's what it comes with. It comes with the exhaust manifold gasket, the gasket that goes to the cat or muffler, and the V-band clamp that'll clamp these two ends as such. I'm pretty impressed on how well this thing looks. Look at the welds on it. They're pretty beefy welds. Here's the O2 bung. And it even comes with the flex pipe, which the OEM one doesn't have a flex pipe, or at least mine doesn't. And then here are more welds. This thing looks pretty nice. So we're gonna be installing that one. Mine has a big old crack on it, and since I'm gonna start tuning the car, I figured before I jump straight to a turbo, I might as well learn how to tune the car NA, naturally aspirated. It was kind of expensive. I think it was like, I don't remember, like $500-600 in total. But I figured it's a good investment if I'm gonna learn how to tune and all that. We'll start by spraying all these rusty boys with some WD. And I'll hit the bottom one too. These shouldn't be hard to break loose because I already installed the ISR exhaust, but it doesn't hurt to spray them again. Once I take it completely out, I'll compare the two, but just really quick, look how skinny this looks as compared to the CX Racing one. There should be way more airflow coming out of the CX Racing one, and plus, I like the way the pipes loop around. I wonder how it's gonna sound. So before I start taking the exhaust manifold out, I'm gonna loosen the O2 sensor there, but when I break it loose, the wire's gonna wanna rotate with it. So I'm gonna take out this bracket here with a 12mm and then get the connector loose so I can snake the wire out here so nothing ends up twisting or the wire doesn't end up ripping or anything like that. And once you pull that bolt out, you can then rotate the bracket, and you see this here is the connector for the O2 sensor. So I'm just gonna pop that out. Okay, now you see I snaked the wire through, and now I'm gonna break loose the O2 sensor. And here's the O2 sensor. I'll put this aside. Now I'm gonna start breaking loose all these nuts here and the ones that go to the cat. Before anything, I'm gonna spray with some WD just to make my life easier. I'm gonna have to time lapse this bitch. Now I just gotta take out one more bolt. After taking these bolts out, I gotta take the bolt that holds the exhaust pretty much onto the, it's like a transmission to a exhaust bracket. So what I did is I just put basically a long extension to that 12mm bolt and through the wheel well. Well, you get the gist. Well, here it is, the stock one. Compared to the CX Racing one. It looks like the mating surface to the head has some grease, so I'm just gonna clean that real quick with some brake cleaner. It did have some grease, I guess to prevent the corrosion or whatever. I'm also cleaning the surface on the head a little bit. And now let's put on the new gasket. Now that I snaked the manifold in, I'm gonna loosely put this one in with its new gasket also that CX Racing provided. Now that I have it loosely mocked up, I'm gonna go ahead and put the V-band clamp. This one doesn't require a gasket because supposedly they're perfectly, or they're very flat surfaces, so the two flat surfaces made it together should make a seal. So I'm gonna put that on and then torque everything to spec, and then let's see how it sounds. So since this CX Racing O2 bung is located on the basically opposite direction of the OEM manifold, I'm gonna have to extend the wire on this O2 sensor so it can pretty much it's aiming in this direction, and the wire has to come all the way up and back into the connector there. So I'm gonna have to splice into this wire and solder an extension wire pretty much. And then like that should be more than enough additional length. I'm gonna put some heat shrink on this though, so it doesn't get shorted on anything. There we go. Here's the O2 sensor with the extended wire. This should be more than enough now to reach the O2 bung to the harness. So I just finished tightening the O2 sensor, and I snaked the wire far away from the exhaust manifold as I could. So you can see it here, part of the cable, and then I zip tied it to a loom that's was here already, and then back through the back and back to the connector. I put electrical tape all around the wire because I figured in case for some reason it rubs or something, it won't short itself out. And so now I'm gonna just put the car down and then clean up and then see if I have exhaust leaks or anything. So we're about to get a sound clip of the inside of the car. A lot more than what it was, and louder too. So now I'm gonna take some sound clips of the outside of the car. And that pretty much sums up this CX Racing exhaust manifold. Peace!